Hi folks, Exeter Rider, thanks for joining me once again. Now this week is my full review of the Honda Monkey 125. So let's start right from the top. So first of all, the Honda Monkey is an iconic bike. Been around for donkey's years now in different formats and different ways. It's now got the Euro 5 engine, and we now have the 5-speed gearbox as well. As you can imagine, in town it's an absolute beautiful machine to ride because it is so small, so manoeuvrable. You're still relatively well seen because we have the LED headlights and also an LED tail light as well. Power delivery is quite good as well. For a 125, it actually feels like you're getting somewhere. When you open it up, it still feels, you know, quite fast compared to other 125s that I've ridden, and I've ridden quite a few now. Everywhere you go, you always get looks as well. Everybody gives you a smile, which is always a good sign. The rest of it, so let's talk a little bit about the rest of the bike. The mirrors are very good, surprisingly good, considering it's a 125. They got something right on this. I think it's because they are quite high stalks as well, but I can actually see past my elbows, which is a nice change, because on most 125s can be a bit hit and miss, can't it? Weaving in and out of traffic, you know, it's just so easy. The short wheelbase really does make a difference on this bike. It's great fun. So getting away from the lights, it will still take on any car with confidence. And going exploring as well on a bike like this would be really good fun. Because again, it's just easy. Everything's so easy about it. And it really puts a smile on your face. Very comfortable. The pegs are at a nice height as well. And if you're a new rider, then I don't think you could get a less intimidating bike than the Honda Monkey. You know, it's so easy to ride and good fun at the same time. Even as somebody who's got a full license and that tends to ride a lot of big bikes, I still enjoy this. And it's cheap as well. £20 tax per year, cheap insurance, and it's about £4,000 to buy at the moment. Now obviously the prices are going all over the place at the moment, but yeah, if you gauge it on £4,000, then that's pretty much what this bike will cost you. Right, let's jump over now and we'll see what it's like in town traffic. So if you're looking for a traffic buster, then you really need to consider this one, because it's brilliant. And actually it's a good bike to actually learn how to cut through traffic as well, because it's so easy to ride and light. I can't think of a better bike to use for filtering. Nipping in and out. You've got the short wheelbase on the bike as well, so it's really flickable. Can really manoeuvre it around and weave around the traffic in a safe manner as well. Cut down through here. If I was on my NC or any other of the bigger bikes, then I'd have to think twice about it, but with this one, no problem at all. A real traffic buster this is. Still got good power to get yourself away as well. Yeah, just nothing can beat this bike when it comes to riding in traffic. Nothing comes close. I don't think I've ever ridden a bike that can get me from one side of Exeter to the other in traffic so quickly. Very, very good. Right, let's move on to motorway riding now. Now normally on a 125, most people won't have a full license, and I have. So I'm going to go out on the motorway just briefly, just to the next junction, just show you what it's like. Now, difference with this, most importantly, is we have the 5th gear now, which is just makes such a massive difference to the way the bike rides. If I was in 4th gear like the old box now, then yeah, I'd be screaming the hell out of it. But now 53 mile an hour, 54, 55, and it's going to start slowing down now. 56, 57. Bearing in mind that I'm 45 years old, and a tad on the weighty side, shall we say. That comes with age. 58 miles an hour, and because of the fifth gear, it's so relaxed. It's really nice. So adding the fifth gear to the 2022 Monkey was, and the Honda Grom, by the way, also has a fifth gear now, was what I was crying out for when I had my old Grom. And now that it's got it, it's totally transformed this type of riding. Very, very comfortable at around 55 miles an hour. That's where it wants to cruise. Yeah, 55, 57, somewhere around there. Strangely enough, although it's a 125 and it's not its natural habitat, so to speak, I would be quite happy going on the motorway or dual carriageway with this, as long as I was confident enough to do it. Okay, so the 2022 Honda Monkey 125. Styling on the bike, I think, is just typical Honda. The first thing that you see is this metallic two-tone paint on the tank. We also have an extra IMU now, which will detect and put on the ABS braking on the front if it detects the rear wheel lifting. So there's no more stoppies or any fun like that now, because the bike will actually plant the back end down again for you. Braking on the whole is very good. It's provided by Nissan. As you'd expect, is a very light bike at only 104 kilograms. On the front we have 31mm forks, which is in the same colour as the tank, which is a really nice finishing touch. Overall the bike looks really strong, it feels great. But it is also a bike that needs to be taken seriously as well. Yes, it's a monkey bike and it puts a smile on your face, and that's good. And this is just coming from my own personal opinion here, but I think people miss the best parts about this bike. First one being is the seat. The seat is so comfortable. It's wide, it's got a big cushion as well of quite dense foam. Very, very comfortable. I mean, it's probably the second best comfortable bike that I've ridden, apart from the Goldwing. For a standard seat, considering that it's a bike that's £4,000, is, you know, it's so comfortable, and that's worth a lot of pounds in itself. The braking's good on it. The suspension, which is on the progressive springs, really very good as well, and it's just perfect, really. Considering the type of setup that it is, it's nothing short of excellent. It really is really good. Sat on the bike, I'm 5'8" with a 30-inch inside leg measurement. I don't think I look too big on this bike. I think it still carries a certain amount of strength in that department. I think it still looks quite a big bike. And in fact, it's just an average size seat height as well of 780mm. So there's not a lot of difference in seat height than some other bikes. And in fact, it's higher than some bikes. Now, another major bonus with the Honda Monkey for me is that we've all been there when you want to go out on your bike and just can't be bothered to hump it around out the garage and pull it out. This is where this bike becomes really good again, because it's so light, so easy to maneuver, that it doesn't feel like a hassle to pull it out the garage and go for a ride. So it's a 125cc single-cylinder 4-stroke engine that produces 9.3 horsepower at 6,750 RPM. Torque is set at 11 Newton meters at 5,500 RPM. Fuel consumption is set at 1.5 litres every 62 miles, with a 31-inch inverted fork in the front and twin shocks on the rear. So colour options, we have a pearl glittering blue, which is what this one is, a banana yellow, and a pearl nebula red. So we also have decent lights on the bike as well. They're LED on the indicators and also LED on the main headlight as well, which is actually quite bright. It's quite low, obviously, being a lowish sort of headlight, but it still is pretty good. On the right hand handlebar we have the kill switch and the start button with a non-adjustable brake lever, and on the left bar we have indicators right and left, a horn, high beam and low beam, and a non-adjustable clutch lever, which is really easy to use and very light to pull. Well, I just want to say thank you very much to Honda. I think this bike is an absolute cracker. I really do. And I really would say that if you're on the market for a 125, you must look at this bike. Don't overlook the comfort of the seat, the decent suspension, and the fit and finish of the bike. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week on the next video. Do give it a like. Is a massive help, and subscribe if you haven't done already for more Honda motors. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.